$200,000 monthly child support, but where's Kanye West? 4 children, 3 nannies, 2 bodyguards per kid, 0 dad in sight. Kim Kardashian just exposed the dark reality behind her $2.4 million annual co-parenting arrangement. The shocking evidence shows Kanye spending only 12 days with his children in the past year, but that's just the beginning of this story. Let's start with Kim Kardashian's recent statement that's got everyone talking. She said, "The sad part about motherhood is raising someone you can't live without to be able to live without you." On the surface, it's relatable and touching, but if you read between the lines, it's hard not to wonder, was she low-key talking about Kanye? Here's the deal. Sources close to Kim say she's been feeling the weight of single parenting since Kanye stepped out of the picture. Sure, she's got nannies, assistants, and a support system that most people can only dream of, but let's not kid ourselves. Raising 4 kids, even with help, is no walk in the park, especially when your ex isn't around much to share the load. Kanye was once known as a doting dad, always in the picture, sharing special moments with the kids. But now, insiders say he's barely present, and that's left Kim in a tough spot, trying to balance her crazy schedule and emotional well-being while being the primary parent. Of course, not everyone is buying Kim's poor me narrative. Critics have pointed out that her wealth and privilege make her situation a bit easier than what most single moms deal with, but others argue that money doesn't fix everything. Emotional support from a partner, or the lack of it, is universal. At the same time, Kim isn't letting her frustrations with Kanye slip out in front of the kids. She's gone on record saying she wants them to see their dad in a positive light. That's admirable, but let's be real. It's probably exhausting to play the peacemaker while juggling everything else. So, where's Kanye in all this? Great question. Since the divorce, it seems like Kanye's priorities have shifted, and not toward parenting. He's been jet-setting with his new wife, Bianca Censori, and diving headfirst into his creative projects. Meanwhile, his presence in his kids' lives has been, well, inconsistent. North seems to be the exception here. He's taken her on trips and collaborated with her on creative endeavors. But when it comes to Saint Chicago and Psalm, the silence is deafening. This selective involvement is rubbing people the wrong way. Fans and critics alike are wondering why Kanye seems to prioritize one child over the others. Is it intentional, or is he just not thinking things through? Either way, the optics aren't great. Let's not forget, though, that Kanye is still doing his part financially. He's paying $200,000 a month in child support and covering half of the kids' educational and security expenses. But here's the thing, money only goes so far. Kids need their parents' time and attention, not just their bank accounts. What's even more confusing is how Kanye's actions contradict the image he used to portray. Remember when he seemed like the ultimate family guy? Those days feel like a distant memory now. And while Kanye's fans continue to defend him, saying he's just focusing on himself, others aren't buying it. They're calling him out for seemingly abandoning his role as a dad. The question is, does Kanye realize what he's missing, or is he too wrapped up in his new life to care? Oh, but it doesn't stop there. Kanye's upcoming Netflix documentary, In Whose Name, is stirring up even more drama. This project is supposed to chronicle the last 6 years of his life, but insiders say it might include private phone arguments between him and Kim. Yep, you read that right. Intimate moments that were never meant to see the light of day could soon be public knowledge. Kim is reportedly freaking out, and honestly, who wouldn't be? She spent so much time and energy protecting her kids from the fallout of her messy divorce. If Kanye starts airing their dirty laundry, it could blow up everything she's worked so hard to shield them from. Now, Kanye has always been Kanye, unfiltered and unapologetic, but this feels next level. Some people think he's doing it to reclaim his narrative, while others see it as nothing more than a petty move to get back at Kim. Whatever the case, it's bound to be explosive. Fans are split on the issue. Some are excited to see Kanye's truth come out, especially after years of being painted as the bad guy. Others, though, think this is crossing a line. There are kids involved, and putting out personal disputes like this could have serious consequences, not just for Kim, but for Kanye's relationship with his children. Regardless of how you feel about it, one thing is clear: this documentary is going to add another layer of chaos to an already messy situation. And let's be honest, we're all going to watch it. Kim's been pretty open about how hard it is to raise 4 kids on her own. She recently said that no matter how much help she has, she still feels like she's doing it alone. And while some people rolled their eyes at that, others saw it as a rare moment of vulnerability from someone who usually keeps things polished and perfect. Here's the thing, being a single mom isn't easy, no matter how much money you have. Sure, Kim has nannies, chefs, and assistants, but at the end of the day, she's the one answering the hard questions. Questions like, why isn't dad here? That's a tough spot for anyone to be in, especially when you're trying to protect your kids from the messy reality of co-parenting with someone as unpredictable as Kanye. What makes it even harder is that Kim's life isn't just about parenting. She's running a billion-dollar business, studying law, and starring in a reality show. That's a lot for anyone to handle, let alone someone who's also navigating the emotional toll of single motherhood. Critics love to point out that Kim's problems aren't real because of her privilege, and yeah, she's definitely got more resources than the average person, but let's not pretend that makes her immune to stress, exhaustion, or the heartbreak of seeing her kids miss their dad. Kim's been trying to give her kids as normal a childhood as possible, but with Kanye in and out of the picture, that's no easy feat. And while she's holding it together on the outside, you have to wonder how much longer she can keep it up. So, what's next for Kim and Kanye? Honestly, it's hard to say. Right now, it looks like Kim is preparing for the long haul as the primary parent. Kanye's involvement has been sporadic at best, and unless something changes, it seems like that's how things are going to stay. Sources close to Kim say she's made peace with the idea that Kanye might not ever step up in a meaningful way. She's focused on creating a stable, loving environment for her kids, even if that means doing it all on her own. But that doesn't mean she's closed the door completely. Insiders say Kim is open to Kanye being more involved, if he can show he's ready to be consistent and reliable. The big question is whether Kanye even wants that. Right now, his actions suggest he's more focused on his new life with Bianca and his creative pursuits. And while that's his choice, it's hard not to wonder if he'll regret it later. For now, Kim is doing what she does best, keeping it together and moving forward. But the emotional toll of raising 4 kids without a fully present co-parent can't be ignored. As much as she's trying to stay strong, there's no doubt this situation is taking a toll on her. At the end of the day, the future of this co-parenting relationship depends on Kanye. Will he step up or will he continue to drift further away? Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure, Kim isn't waiting around for him to figure it out. And if you thought this story was intense, wait until you see what I've uncovered about their upcoming legal battle. That video is coming next week, and trust me, you won't want to miss it. Give this video a thumbs up if you want that expose even sooner. Remember to follow me on all social media platforms for real-time updates on this developing story. Until next time, stay tuned and stay informed. The truth is just beginning to surface.